So, the first of 10 races today is the Senior Rotax Second Chance Heat. Let's take you through the starting grid. So, Frederik Zevis Christensen and Lotus Tveen make it an all-Danish front row. Kamal Murad and Elia Papasena round out row 2. Marius Roos and Ralf van der Pavert round out the top 3 rows. The likes of William Helgstrand, Jasper Leenens, Vincent van Kerkhoffen and Mats Johan Overhoff round out the top 10. Steen Scholtens and Scott Westhovens on row number 6. Jens Christensen and Vasco Westhovens on row 7. Zino Falke and Matthias Kroon round out the top 8 rows, with Martin Geiskens, Pat Gubbels, Julie Fries and Patrick Rasmussen completing the top 20. 29 drivers set to compete in this, with Anton Mossing, Jake Besserbeck, then we've also got Loris Koisman, Camille Baloche, Roman Zrodyanovs, Enzo van den Nickenberg, Gussie van Gogh, and Giorgio Markenstein, with Stefan Lemonov from France in the 306, due to start 28th, officially confirmed as a non-starter. The weather conditions have changed since yesterday. We've had several cold starts, and by that I mean the weather's been quite chilly, quite fresh in the mornings. But today we have got rainfall on the circuit, so wet tyres and wetsuits will be on the order of the day. A very good morning to the YouTube channel as well, on the official B&L Karting Series channel. A good morning to Oliver Gunther, Sam Greenlay as well. Good to hear from you, Sam. Ruben, Ruben VNZR Photography and Fearsome. There is a bit of love coming in for a bit of love in the chat for Red Actions, aka Bram Mosavada, who made it through to the top 30. So Sam's coming in with Bram Mosavada, Armand Hamilton, good choice there in the top 5 in the ranking after the heats, and also Kamal Murad representing Australia and also running with GKS Lemons Power. So it's going to be a short rapid-fire race, 7 minutes plus an additional lap. And then for the pre-finals, we'll be at 13 minutes plus an additional lap for the pre-finals. We'll have a Senior Rotax B final as well. And then for the finals, Minimax for Minimax and Minimax Rookie. And Sam, good to hear that you're going for any and all Australians in any class. That's what I like to hear. Aussie pride right there and then. Minimax will be in a final of 13 minutes plus a lap, but Junior, Senior, DD2 and DD2 Masters, 15 minutes plus a lap. So, Zevis Christensen and Tveen on the front row. Papasena had a difficult day to remember yesterday, but he's at the sharp end of this grid. Quite a few drivers that could make their way through to the pre-final and the final and be in contention for the 2023 kickoff crown. Red lights on the starting gantry. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? The Senior Rotax Second Chance Heat gets underway. A good start from the pole sitter, along with Kamal Murad, as it's 3 wide going into turn 2. They can use the runoff area for the first time. And Elia Papasena uses that very nicely on the opening tour, gets himself up into second position. As Lotus Tveen looks to have dropped down the field somewhat. I'm not too sure if the Dane actually has an issue, because that kart is not at full throttle quite yet. She's jumping up and down in the kart. Lotus Tveen's chances of going into the pre-final might have just been given that killer blow at the earliest moment. The conditions are going to be very, very treacherous out there. Lap time significantly slower in morning warm-up in comparison to the blistering pace we saw yesterday. Drivers getting a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 9. We have got a drama. There is a kart stranded on turn 8. I've got a succinct feeling that is going to be Lotus Tveen. No, Lotus Tveen is up the order. That is another RS competition kart that has actually got backfired up. And spinning around, and someone's, it was the 325, Camille Baloche and Giorgio Markenstein got collected. Gussie van Gogh also off the track, and that was coming out of turn number 11. The weather quite literally putting the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons. Everyone's squabbling for traction. Papacena is now down into what is going to be a three-way scrap out of turn number 4. That's for third place. The Italian now fourth, behind the 3.68 of Ralph van der Peijvert, who I wished him the very best of luck this morning. Not too far behind. Could be. That was the 3.36. The Netherlands, Stijn Scholten. Papacena still trying to hold on to that fourth place, and he's just drifted wide going through turn 8. Down to 5th goes the 3.04, who started on the outside of the second row of the grid. So at the moment, Frederik Zebbis Christensen, Marius Roos are the top 2 leading the way. So it's the Dane train at the front of the field. Van der Peijvert, then we've got Stijn Scholten, Elia Papacena, and Kamal Murad at the front of it. And good to see Karel Stoutsman, Katrien cheering on Jasper Leenerts, who is now in 6th position and is hunting down Elia Papacena. Goes up the inside through turn 2 and has made the move stick. So there are going to be some drivers that are really going to have to push the envelope and the limits of adhesion over the next 4 minutes, plus an additional lap. That's about 5.25 minutes worth of racing. Leenerts and Papacena are going to have to watch from behind, because there's Zino Falke from Germany, who's now up into 7th, having started 15th on the grid. But things are closing up at the front end between the top 4 drivers. Vincent van Kerkhoven has an opportunity here as well. The 3.83 from Belgium, as Van der Peijvert looks up the inside through turn 11 in these conditions on Marius Roos, and looks for the inside and gives the Dane a tag on the right rear. That's going to allow Stijn Scholten to get through on the 3.68, and he does so coming out of turn number 12. Jasper Leenerts has got some daylight between himself and Elia Papacena, who is really coming under the kibosh, so to speak. He's got the likes of Zino Falke, Martin Gaiskens, Vincent van Kerkhoven. Lotus Tveen is still there, but she's running in 10th position and a bit far away at this moment. She was right up behind Vincent van Kerkhoven, as there could be a switch for the lead. Frederik Zebbis Christensen lets Marius Roos goes through and then shuts the door, and Stijn Scholten down the Europolaan into turn number 7. And Ralph van der Peijvert trying to get through, and Van der Peijvert spun out of turn 8. Van der Peijvert has just collected. Oh no, it's caused all pandemonium behind, and there's another cart turned around, and that was the 3.12. Martin Gaiskens, Van der Peijvert lost the back end coming out of turn number 8. I did say these conditions were going to be tricky, and that just proved it in a nutshell. So at the moment, it's Marius Roos leading the way. Second, it's Frederik Zebbis Christensen, Stijn Scholten, Jasper Leenerts in 4th, Elia Papacena in 5th place, and in 6th, it's Germany's Zino Falke. Scott Westhovens and Lotus Tveen round out the top 8 positions. Vincent van Kerkhoven and Kamal Murad round out the top 10 overall, but with 1:40 to go, we have seen dramas unfold in the dying stages of the race itself. As Martin Gaiskens, I think that back axle was given a hefty blow when he got caught out by what transpired. Everyone avoided Van der Peijvert, and Gaiskens got collected, and I think the back axle was bent as a direct result, and that cart was not going any further. So just over 60 seconds remain. And it's the 3.08 of Marius Roos, who started on the inside of row number 3, that leads the way. So both Van der Peijvert and Gaiskens are out of the race. Their weekend continues in the B final a little bit later on, but with the top 2, well, the top 2 have changed in terms of second position. because Stein Scholten has got through on Fredrik Zebis Christiansen for second place. Marius Rose neatly using the curb to try and slow the cart down through turn 6. So we are on the penultimate lap. Lap 6 out of 7. And Marius Rose, once he was let go by his RS competition teammate, Jasper Leenitz, is also closing in on the 3:07. And that is for third place on the road. Zebis Christiansen goes a little bit wide coming out of turn number 9. Elia Papacena is safe in 5th position. Zino Falca in 6th. Time has now expired. And then the first last lap board of the day is shown. And that is seen first by Marius Rose from Denmark in the 3:08. Stein Scholten is trying to close him down. Does not go quicker on that particular lap, but it's going to be enough to get second as Jasper Leenitz up the inside, through for third position on the 3:07 of Fredrik Zebis Christiansen from Denmark, both trying to wrestle with the back end through steering correction and inputs as they go through turns 3, 4 and 5. Fastest lap of the race, William Haugstrand, who is currently down the back end of the order. There is Zino Falca from Germany, the Larea GT1 racing crew. But a handful of corners remain as the time has expired. The last lap board shown a few moments ago. Leenitz making his way through into turn number 10. But out of turn 11, one more corner remains. Despite his best efforts, Stein Scholten will take the runner-up position provisionally in the second chance heat. But out of the final corner from Denmark, it's the 3:08 of Marius Rose that wins the senior Rotax second chance heat. Scholten in second, Leenitz in third, Zebis Christiansen, Papacena, and 6th, but by no means least, Zino Falca from Germany. Scott Westhovens started in 12th position, finished in 7th. Vincent van Kerkhoven, Lotus Tveen and Matthias Kroon round out the top 10. Real shame for Lotus as it was looking very promising having started on the front row. Mats Johan Overhoff in 11th ahead of Kamal Murad from Australia, with Anton Morsing, Julie Fries, Patrick Rasmussen and Jens Christensen, the latter quartet representing Denmark, round out the top 16. Puck Gubbles, Enzo van den Dinkenberg, then we've got Jake Bezelbeck and Camille Baloche rounding out the top 20. Vasco Westhovens, Gussie van Gorp, William Haugstrand, Giorgio Markenstein, Romans Rudjanovs and Loris Koisman round out the 26 finishers. And unfortunately, after that moment for Ralph van der Pevert, which took not just him but also Martin Gayskens out on lap 4, they promptly retired on the spot, and Stefan Lemano, a non-starter.